Why are we here talking about India today? Basically, our bank has done a lot of work in looking at what the world will look like in 2050 and looking at the dynamics between the developed economies and the emerging economies. So during that time, you can see that the developed markets will grow, the GDP will grow by about 1.7 times in that 40 years, whereas the emerging markets will grow by about 5.5 times during the course of that period. And you can see that today it probably represents about 1% of the world's GDP, whereas in 2050 it would represent about 7%. 1/3 of the world's new jobs over the next 10 years will be created in India. About 100 million new jobs will be created there. Infrastructure spend in India between now and 2020 will be about $1 trillion. So that's roads, bridges, airports, metros, power projects, you name it. The size of the economy will quadruple between now and 2020. What is driving the growth in India? You know, you've heard the population is over 1 billion people, but what's really fascinating is that half of that population is below the age of 25. So you can just imagine the future labor force that provides India and the future consumer base that provides to India. India has the largest English-speaking pool of engineers and scientists available in the world, and that's why you see many American companies using India as a base for research and development, software, IT, business processing, a number of services that are provided out of their centers in India. Urbanization as well, with this young population, most of the young population are seeking jobs in the cities, particularly in the services sectors that we see. And then finally, there's the infrastructure investment.
And now you've got an emerging population, which is, of an absolutely enormous scale, who are acquisitive, they're brand conscious, they want to go out and buy gadgets, they want clothes, they want food, they want drinks, they want restaurants. So it's an entirely new consumer base coming through. So, anyone that's basing their investment on a quarter by quarter GDP, in my opinion, is missing the point. And you really should set out your business to factor in that longer term progress, because you cannot turn off that population pyramid.
Not only do you have a huge population that's buying stuff, but that's your workforce. There are so many well-trained people who are available in highly technical skill areas who not only are buying, but the reason they're buying is because they've got the money.
China is a very export-led economy, whereas India is the exact opposite. India has a large trade imbalance where they import a lot more than they export. You know, India is just a huge importing economy right now, and it is really looking to the rest of the world to satisfy some of the demand they have for foreign goods. So I think from both an investment perspective and a trade perspective, it's still a very attractive play right now.
I don't feel that the US has yet woken up to the commercial opportunity in India at the consumer level. You have 500 million people that are coming through into a consumer purchasing age group.